Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Thorton Hills Zoo. And here in Thornton Hills Zoo, we're still in our Forests of Africa section. And yeah, today we're going to go ahead and pretty much wrap up this area. I know in the last episode I said that we would definitely wrap up this area, but my plans and ambitions kind of grew as I was building yesterday. So plus the power went out. So all that will be explained as we go. But yeah, so basically, yeah, like I said, we got most of the Forests of Africa section done, as there was really only one main habitat and area left there. And I kind of was explaining my ideas last time at the end of the last video there, and you kind of see them right in front of us here. But what I was explaining last time didn't really come to fruition. Yeah, my ideas and ambitions kind of kept growing and growing as I was building. And what was supposed to be a little pathway up here, just kind of overlooking the chimpanzee habitat from a taller perspective, kind of just turned into an entire research center and just kind of a chimpanzee research center and holding center there. So that is what you see in front of you here. So let's go ahead and walk over towards the center here. And yes, there you go. Finally get the letters to load up there. This is the Wyatt Andrews Research Center, to be more specific there. So if you don't know who Wyatt Andrews is, his full name on Discord and I think other things is Wyatt Andrews Workshop? Yes, I believe that's it. Ooh, hopefully. But yeah, Wyatt has built in the zoo a few times for us. I guess the most notable is that they have come in before and they redid a lot of the North American area for especially the grizzly bears over here. They redid our entire grizzly bear area and touched up some other things as well. Just have been a really huge supporter and awesome, again, they've come in and built for the zoo before. So along with Carlos, there we have dedicated building to Carlos already in our education center. If you haven't seen that is back over that way. There's a video on that if you'd like to see that. But yeah, now we have for our other builder that has helped us out so far, yeah, again, we have the Wyatt Andrews Research Center there. Technically it should say the Wyatt Andrews Western Chimpanzee Research Center, but F that. It already takes long enough to place custom letters like that. So, and I think it looks better just kind of not as filled up like that. So, if you're wondering what this little thing is here with like the little smug faces from far away, I didn't light up the whole building, but that is just some nice little uplighting there. So you can kind of get a nice view of some uplighting there. So just to kind of let you know what that is. But yeah, let's go ahead and before we go over all the way in there, I want to go ahead and show off the habitat and everything first for our chimpanzees. So let's go over, we're going to go on the bridge there. Before we do, I think I talked about this in the first episode there of the Forests of Africa here, but a big reason why, at least in my opinion, this view right here works out so dang well, and this is probably one of my favorite views in the entire place. Again, it's because of elevation changes. If you see right here above, again, we are about just a little bit above here. This whole area up here is also above, and you saw that last time in the last episode. If you haven't, definitely go back and check out the last episode to get to see where we got with all this over here. But yeah, just the elevation changes really from a guest perspective, help out the views here. So again, don't be afraid to kind of mess with terrain and stuff like that, because it could really push your build over the edge, in my opinion there. So a little bit more difficult to work with, of course, but I think it's worth it in the long run. So let's start at the bridge here, the Nile Monitor Bridge, which is now going to be a shared thing with the monkeys. Where do we have a Nile Monitor in here somewhere? Yep, there he is. Okay, good. But yeah, our chimps here will also share the view here. I am noticing right here, you kind of get a weird cut off view, but that's kind of okay, I think. Like how I'm looking at this in real time now and deciding. But anyways, yeah, you get this nice little view here. The chimps seem to be not out, so they must be in getting fed at the moment. They usually go inside when they're being fed, but yeah, usually you'll see them climbing up and over here and everything. So looks like we need to fix up the toys there. They fell into the water. Whoopsie. So let's go to the upper level here. Kind of go on up here, and then you get some more views. There they are. Yep, I knew it. They're just inside eating and sleeping probably. So you start to get some better views here of the main climbing structure, and just some of the other little amenities, and get another little view over there. We will go ahead and take a backstage look, an exclusive backstage look. I didn't detail up, as you can see here. I didn't detail up too much of the backstage. I might do it I guess when I go and do the rest of the interiors, which we'll get to there. But yeah, this is the kind of basic interior area. I'll probably want to add like a climbing structure in here for them, but although they technically, according to the game, have enough climbing structure, it might be nice just to put one in here for them when they're not out and about. So we will go out to their main area here. Now we'll go ahead and lift up. You can see the kind of the main habitat there. So definitely like the forest perspective, I think makes it look a lot more what's the word, complicated or grand or whatever from back here. Not just I guess clever quote unquote usage of the terrain and foliage basically. So when it comes to it, this is kind of all it is there. You know, all it is quote unquote. It's stuff. It's good size requirements there. The chimpanzees are happy and everything. They have enough toys and food and all that. But this awesome little climbing structure here, it's a little bit basic. I might go back through and add some more stuff there. I'm not the best when it comes to climbing structures. I'll be the first to admit that. This top thing here is an actual... There we go. This top bit here is a piece from the workshop that I got. I just typed in climbing structure and was able to download that. So that was an awesome little bit that to download. They don't really use this as far as I can tell. But again, I don't know if the climbing structure is not complicated enough that they just don't really come up here. In general, overall, I've kind of put a few little toys up here, but they have, yeah, they've ended up in the drink there. So, but yeah, so I don't know, maybe we'll put some food items up here or something. Or again, I just probably need to make it more of just a better climbing structure. So, and again, I just kind of need to work on my climbing structures overall, but I don't know, I kind of like how it looks with the kapok tree in the middle there. It would definitely be, you know, IRL, it would be a fake tree that they would have built in the middle there to kind of just gussy up the climbing structure. So, but yeah, again, with that being said, that is the kind of main, you know, habitat area for them there. And then the idea would be, I didn't really build this all the way out, but I want to show, this is, you know, just a big, I guess this is all part of the research center. I just noticed I didn't connect it. Hot dang, I wish the power didn't go out, so I gotta finish this. But yeah, I'm gonna connect this up right here. So this is gonna be one giant complex here, basically. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the interiors over here, as this will be like where a veterinarian center is and stuff. But yeah, I just wanna get the backstage kind of gussied up a little bit and going. As you can kind of see, we're starting to do some future planning here. But yeah, just wanna get the backstage kind of going and gussied up a little bit and just kind of show off the extent of the research center, our research and veterinarian center for our Western chimpanzees. And I imagine it wouldn't be just for the Western chimpanzees or anything. It'd probably be for primates in general. They could bring them up here to get work done and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that is the main chimpanzee holding area and veterinary area and, you know, research center and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump back down. Go ahead and walk into or around the corner of the Wyatt Andrews Research Center. Before we do here, I forgot to mention we have a nice little aviary set here. I just built these up really quickly, really small little things there. So yeah, there you go, just little aviary sets there. One day, hopefully, we'll be able to put some birds in there, right? So a nice little backstage area here. You know, nothing too special, just some little filler animals, right? You always gotta have those little filler animals as you go, and usually they consist of either birds or an aquarium of some sort or something like that. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and walk on down the path here towards the jungles of Africa. If you I want to get a perspective of where we're at here. This is the jungles of Africa over here that we have obviously completed, but you know, we'll kind of see where the two areas are starting to meet up right there. But let's go ahead and swoop down through the forest here into and around over this. Oh, don't mind our thing there. We're just getting ready for the savanna of Africa as our next little thing there. But yeah, this is the kind of main entrance there. It looks pretty plain Jane, and I might go back through and add some more windows. Actually, I probably will, because it is still pretty plain Jane. But yeah, as I was getting ready to, now I can finally tell the power story. As I was getting ready to go through and do the interior and some of the kind of the entranceway of our Wyatt Andrews Research Center here, yeah, it turns out somebody had too much fun last night and accidentally ran into a power line. So our power was out almost the entire night last night and came on at like 3:30 in the morning. All of our lights turned on and our air kicked back on and stuff. I was like, holy cow. But yeah, so I didn't get around to, unfortunately, getting the interior done of the research center here, or the kind of the exterior here a little bit, but we will still take a look so you can get the ideas that I have. You can kind of see the planning out that I have. We already have glass and everything all put up in the roof and everything. I kind of have this interior kind of laid out. I have plans for, you know, where these holes are, where this tree is and everything. I have plans for it. Just again, the power went out super unexpectedly and didn't come back on for a long time. And today is video day, obviously, and needed to get a video out there. So the whole thing being, it shouldn't take too long. It really shouldn't. I have the whole thing kind of mapped out in my head what I want it to be, and it's not really overly complicated. This is mainly the guest area, I guess, of the research center. Obviously, there's going to be over here is where it attaches to the rest of the research center. But I figure this would be kind of the guest research center there, where the guests can kind of view out, and there'll be a lot of guest areas for them to learn a lot about the chimpanzees. So there is that. And then speaking of interiors, I did mention last time I was going to get the bonobo interior done, but kind of same thing. I was just kind of in my mind, I wanted to get let's zoom out here so you get a whole view. I wanted to get the exterior kind of area laid out and the infrastructure done and stuff like that. And then I was going to move over to the interior, but again, the cards just didn't kind of lay right there. So, what are you going to do? It's just one of those things. So, that being said, I think for the next episode or two, that just kind of kicked me into wanting to do a bit of catching up around the zoo. I know there's a few areas in particular that I've kind of have said. I know in like Australia, I said I was going to redo the koala exhibit. Haven't redone that yet. There's some stuff in the beginning areas of the zoo that need to be kind of touched up on. I haven't done backstage yet. So, there's just like a few areas that just not completing these interiors is kind of reminding me I need to do some catch up kind of thing. Kind of go sweep through the zoo, add benches, bins, light posts, just little itty bitty details here and there. So I think that's what we're going to do for the next episode there. Before we move on to our savannah of Africa, which is going to take up a good chunk of land just over here there. Before we do that, we're going to go through and do some tidying up of the zoo there and kind of just fill in the gaps, as it were, and do some interiors and all that kind of fun stuff. So, but yeah, that is going to, it's going to, let's go ahead and end on some of our, there they are. Some of our buddies. Oh, that's a good one to go on. Let's go ahead and wrap up there, though. So yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy the brand new Wyatt Andrews Research Center. And again, a big shout out to Mr. Wyatt Andrews himself for his past contributions to the zoo. Also, speaking of that, we are going to see more from Mr. Wyatt Andrews in the future, it sounds like, as well as a few other awesome guest builders there that I won't mention names yet. But yeah, really excited to unveil some more guest builders in the future there as we continue expanding out Thornton Hills Zoo there. So yeah, again, just to reiterate, next episode we will go ahead and do some small detail work, fill in some interiors, redo some exhibits that need to be redone, just do some general some just kind of renovations, some kind of catch up with Thornton Hills Zoo, right? So, but do be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think of the brand new things that we have here. And yeah, until the next episode of Thornton Hills Zoo there, y'all have a good one. Thanks so much.